Hello everybody, this is Goofsome Fox coming at you with two 600 cost rated matches here in the Silver Bullet Funnel test type. Both of these matches are going to be ace matches on City Ruins, and I got the suit as part of the free 10 pulls that they have been doing for anniversary, so really glad I could get my hands on the Funnel test type here, since I think this is the one Silver Bullet variant I have been missing, and it's also just a suit I have really been wanting to try out for a while now, so I've really been focusing on using this suit, just trying to get some good matches with it, and definitely got some good matches with these two ace rounds here. And yeah, already starting off strong with a nice counter to the RF Sagak there. But you might notice in this video, and probably for the next video I do too, I may sound a bit raspy and nasally. I'm not feeling the best, feeling a bit under the weather, so if there's any like awkward cuts or anything in this video, it probably was just, me having to split up parts and, just trying to get through this the best I can here, just, make sure I'm still getting videos out to you guys, but, that aside, doing pretty good, so just gonna soldier through it and, go over the Silver Bullet Funnel test type here, as well as maybe some other things. So yeah, we'll dive into it here. And we'll start off with the Silver Bullet Funnel test type itself, because I do really want to talk about this suit a bit. So yeah, the Funnel test type Silver Bullet here, it is a 600 cost general, putting it a cost below the base Silver Bullet, which I always thought was very interesting for this suit, that it is at 600 and not 650 like the, base Silver Bullet here, but, not really an issue there, because it's still a pretty good suit for what it is. You have a full arsenal of weapons, ranging from the Jagan Beam Rifle and the Silver Bullet Beam Saber as your primaries. You have a pair of shoulder missile launchers and shoulder beam cannons. And then you have 4 different wired Saikuma weapons. You have the wired hand saber for both the right hand and the left hand. Both of these are individual weapons, but they have the same function and everything, same stats. The only difference is what hand you are using to attack. And just something to keep in mind there is that when you are using the right hand, you will not be able to use your Jagan Beam Rifle or the Beam Saber between that time. So just, something to keep in mind there. But, it really gives you some nice combo potential here. You also have the large wired funnel rapid, which fires some rapid blast with that back funnel there. And then you have the large wired funnel discharge, which fires a more continuous beam. It kind of reminds me almost like the best example I can think of at the moment is the FF Sazabi, how it has the charging beam, something kind of like that, I guess, but just not as big as that one. So, pretty cool there. You do get a full arsenal of weapons with the Silver Bullet Funnel test type here. You do also get some really nice skills. You do have melee combo controller, which is good because the suit does have some really impressive melee. I guess something to mention though, the melee does only apply to your melee beam saber, your primary. Both of the wired beam sabers are considered beam weapons, so those unfortunately will not benefit from the high melee damage that this suit can do, but that base melee beam saber, if you can get the combo off, again, can do some really nice damage, and you have a nice melee pattern with it as well, so definitely pretty cool there. But you do not have any form of dodge roll or maneuver armor, but you do have some other skills that allow you to, just make sure you do not get stunned as easily. You do have shock dampeners and damage control, so both of those are really nice for making sure your suit does not get stunned. Even when it comes to most melee attacks, you are able to resist some of that stagger. So that is a really nice pro for the suit, in my opinion. I think that, really helps out in certain situations. And you also have the full attack skill, where you get improved stats when using your Saikuma weapons, which is really nifty, because as I mentioned, the suit gives you a lot of Saikuma weapons. You have 4 of them to work with, so you are really able to make like a lot of use of the full attack skill, just, you know, dishing out as much damage as possible. So that is another really cool aspect of the suit here. And hey, looks like we became the ace for this first match here. I really didn't go over why I wanted to keep each of these matches, and yeah, I'll get into that here in a moment. But yeah, the Silver Bullet funnel test type here. Again, you know, I think it's a pretty good 600 cost general overall. I don't think it's held up as high as, you know, like suits like the Jan Fjavin and the RF Zaku, and especially the Delta Ans. Those three suits seem like they're, you know, much higher, you know, heavy gun and things like that. But I do think it is a pretty good 600 for what it has to offer. So I've really been enjoying it. I'm a big fan of the Silver Bullet, so always nice to have another Silver Bullet variant to play with here, especially one that is at a different cost. And yeah, just kind of the reasons I wanted to use these matches in particular here. Again, both of them were pretty good matches here. This first one with me being the ace, I do, it doesn't look like it now, but I do end up locking in and just starting to help the team do really good when it comes to getting kills and whatnot. And then the match I have after this, I actually did not get the ace position, but I still was just locking in a bunch of kills for the team, even when the ace was selected, which I know is not what you're supposed to really do. You're supposed to let the ace get all the kills and whatnot if they are alive, but really, like, I was just on a rampage on that second match. I was on a rampage. I was just really going through it, and our team had a really good lead, so it's not like we really had to worry about making up score or anything. So our team was doing pretty good. There really wasn't anything to worry about with the second match, but you know, again, just don't be like me and just start stealing kills even though the team is ahead. Just try to give your ace some kills. Don't do what I did, but yeah, both some really good matches there. We are nearing the end of the first match here, and the score is pretty close. Right now I am just looking for somebody to engage with. Looks like it is going to be the RF Zagak here, which has been a pretty good target for me so far throughout this match, with just how much damage I am able to dish out. So looking to see if I can get the finisher on them, try to get the, you know, ace points there. Going in for the first beam saber, there goes the second beam saber, and we'll see if we can try to lock on with the funnel here. I'm not sure if I will, but I do see the Jan Fjavin here, so I am going to aim for them and get the finisher. So right now, trying to finish off the Zagak, looks like I was able to get the assist, so I know gonna get the bonus assist points there, and yeah, just try to move in to see if I could get any more kills there for the last minute. You know, nothing else there, but hey, that is going to be a mission complete, so we'll see how we did with this first match here with the Silver Bullet funnel test type. And yeah, top individual, top assist, and top in damage did beat my rival. And first place with 4 kills and 3 loss, so yeah, pretty good match there for being the ace in the Silver Bullet funnel test type. So yeah, that's going to take us to the second match here, and this is going to be the one where I just get a ton of kills. Again, just way more kills than I had any need trying to get for not being the ace. I'm not sure what happened. Just when they selected the aces, I guess that was just maybe my locked-in moment, or maybe that just wasn't as much of a target because maybe the enemy team was going for the ace. So that maybe allowed me to get away with more things that I probably wouldn't have been able to before, which is really something you can kind of do with the Silver Bullet funnel test type here, because again, you have so many Saikuma weapons that you can just fire safely from a distance, where you really don't have to worry as much about taking damage. You can always kind of, you know, stay far back or be behind a corner and just try to use those Saikuma weapons, get the bonus damage from the full attack skill and whatnot. And so definitely leaves room open to do some pretty interesting strategies here, which is, again, a reason I do really like this suit. I do think it has some very nifty gimmicks and game plans that it can use to its advantage. Right now, trying to aim for whoever that is in the distance, but it looks like I got caught in the attack of the S Gundam there. So, that S Gundam is going to be my target since, well, it is a raid and I am a general. It is also attacking our support, so definitely want to protect the G Cannon as much as I can since G Cannon is just a really nice 600 support from what I've heard. I've seen it do really well, so definitely want to keep them alive as much as possible. I do believe the G Cannon also becomes the ace for this match, so at the end here we'll be able to see the impressive results that the G Cannon is able to achieve. Right now, fighting the Gelgoog Kianos here. Trying to see if I can get a lock on with the Beam Saber. Unfortunately, it looks like mine hit the shield, so not going to be a kill there. But I'm going to focus on the two enemies that are attacking me here. Luckily, I do have those missiles, which did allow me to finish off the one enemy there. And there is the GPO4 that is going to finish me off with the counter there. Not going to be, too much else I could do there anyway. I was very low on HP, so I just kind of thought, just try to go for the melee attack, see what happens, and, yeah, unfortunately going to get tackled there, but no worries, because our team is, at the moment, carrying a pretty decent lead, so just gonna have to wait to spawn in and see what we do next. Gonna spawn in at point A, since our team is trying to take that point, and it looks like they also succeeded in taking that point, so gonna be pretty good for us to have that point there, since that is closer to our base side. Just charging up the shoulder cannons, which I forgot to mention, these shoulder cannons, they can charge. I believe they can also stun uncharged as well, so charging them is not a requirement to get a stun, but it does give you some extra damage, so a nice benefit to have if you are able to charge them. But right now, really just staying on this bridge here, just kind of looking for some targets. I believe I make a lot of use of this bridge in particular during this match. I kind of stay up here and use it as my kind of spot to fire many of my Saikumo attacks when I am able to. There is the S Gundam again, trying to go in for that melee, go for that. And yeah, over 4,000 to the S Gundam there, really nice melee damage. Though I do have the heavy gun on me here, so trying to see what Saikumo weapon I can use. Looks like my wired beam saber was able to finish him off, and I believe I'll also be able to finish off the S Gundam with the wired incom there. There is a mass production new Gundam trying to boost up to the bridge to try and get me, and I was able to knock them over. Didn't land the second wired beam saber there, but did get the first one, so really right now just trying to hold this position since A selection is going to be soon. But I do see my team is also over here, so I am trying to regroup with them to some degree. And yeah, it looks like I think that may have been the Gelgoog Kianos I got the finisher on with the cannons there, so a nice longer distance shot there. I almost feel like I play this suit kind of like a support. Like, that's kind of something I thought about while playing the suit. I almost feel like I'm playing more like a support in many of the matches that I have used it in, which really I think kind of works well with the Silver Bullet funnel test type. You're kind of like a general, but I feel like the suit does work better when you have a nice team pairing. I think the suit can hold its own in most engagements, again, mainly because the suit is very hard to stun in certain situations, so unless your enemy has a very quick way of stunning you, I think you are going to be able to dish out at least a good amount of damage before an enemy is able to get you. So again, I think another really strong, advantage for the Silver Bullet funnel test type here. But right now, just trying to fire whatever I can into the enemy team here. Did get a finisher on the S Gundam. And there's our ace back here, so really at this point, again, just trying to aim for whatever I can. Trying to see if I can get any bits of damage off here. Did get an assist on whoever that was, but There's the heavy gun, which looks like I'm going to be able to get the, stab into the finisher. There is the mass production type new Gundam again. Unfortunately, my melee did get caught on the bridge there, so that's not going to get me very far, but the second melee was able to land, and yep, drop down from the bridge into the beam saber. And yeah, as you can see in the side chat there, the chat is saying that the Ace can handle this because they've probably been seeing that I've been getting many of the kills this match, which again is something that I should not be doing. I should have been giving the Ace more opportunities to get the kills there, but again, really just this match I was just on a roll when it came to getting, a lot of the finishing blows there. Right now trying to protect our Ace from the S Gundam here, and I'm doing a pretty good job keeping it staggered. Going in for the cannons there and getting the, finisher on the S Gundam, so was able to at least help protect the Ace there. Do see that the Kianos is low on health. I did try to go in for the beam saber. It does look like somebody else got the finishing blow before I did. I think it may have been the Jester, but yeah, really at this point we're in the last few seconds, so I'm just trying to get any finishing attacks that I can. There is the GPO4, which was the enemy Ace, and I was able to finish him off there. Here is the MP new Gundam again, going to get the counter, and the Ace is going to come up here and get the finishing kill, so that is going to give us some extra points to end the match off, and that is going to be timeout mission over. So let's see how we did here with this second match using the funnel test type. And didn't get on the board, but I did beat my rival. Again, the G-Cannon did really well, so going to be sending them a praise for this here. But yeah, second place with 11 kills and 1 loss, and got second place in damage and third in individual. So yeah, really good stats there, especially again when it just comes to the number of mobile suit kills there. 11 to 1. That's probably the best I've gotten with the Silver Bullet funnel test type so far, that second match. So yeah, that's really everything I have here. I just wanted to talk about this suit. I ended up just doing a lot more commentary and everything too. I had some other stuff I wanted to talk about, but I guess I could just kind of wait for another video. It's not really anything important, but I guess if I wanted to briefly talk about it now, I guess I just want to talk about the channel for a bit. Really just right now, just kind of going back to what I was doing now that I need to start getting some newer matches to, start putting up and whatnot. So that's kind of where I am at the moment. I'm just trying to get some matches that I can, make videos of, especially of a lot of the newer suits that have been coming out and some of the new suits that I've gotten as part of the free pools and everything. So a lot of those suits I really do want to cover at some point. Silver Bullet funnel test type here was just kind of the beginning of that, so hopefully I'll have some more to talk about in the future. But yeah, that's going to really be all I have for this video here. So yeah, I'm back. I should have said that at the beginning. I'm back. So Saturday streams will likely also be returning as well. That's something I also should have mentioned, but yeah, I'm kind of going on here. So that's going to be everything I have for this video here. Comment down below what you think about the Silver Bullet funnel test type. Remember to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and with that, I will see you all in the next one. Later.